guys, we're out here at OT Sloan. We're on hole number 2 is where we're starting out. If you want to check it out, there's this app called UDisc. Okay, so I'm going into that, and that's what I'm using to kind of see the map. Since there's not one here, you can kind of see where the basket is. Okay, so it's about 242 feet, playing uphill. Okay, this is your tee box here, so this is the area you have to kind of run up and throw. This is uphill. It says 242 feet, but it probably plays more like 300 with it being uphill. So I'm gonna grab my driver, and that's what I'm gonna be throwing. All right, and I'm gonna go with the forehand since this kind of curves to the right. My forehand kind of goes naturally to the right, so that's what I'm gonna try to throw and try to get it up there as close as I can. Caught a tree, but we're not bad, we're up there.
All right, guys, I'm not as professional as Mr. Stevens is, so I'm going to go with the mid-range, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try the backhand, and as you can tell, there's a lot of trees in here, so we'll give it a shot. Tell mine went deep down into the woods there, so this is a very tough course, but hey, it's tons of fun. All right, here's my second shot. I'm still going with this mid-range. We'll see how it goes. I'm going with a flick toss forehand. As you can tell, Coach Stevens had a pretty good toss. Looking back at the tee box, his landed right out here in the fairway. So he had a great first shot.
Okay, so one of the rules is wherever it's lying, my foot has to be behind it. I can still back up and run up to it if I need to, but I have to release it before I go past where the previous throw went. Okay, I'm gonna go with another forehand here. I'm actually throwing a putter from this range because it's a little too close for me to use a mid-range, and definitely for a driver. So I'm going to throw a little flick with the putter. It didn't go exactly where I wanted it to, but we got a shot at a little par now.
Got a little bit closer. This is my third shot, which technically to get par, I got to get it in the basket. Hopefully, I know that's very unrealistic, so I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the basket. But I am using my putter. Not bad. I got it on up there within about 10 or 12 feet. Still a tough little putt. As you can see, Coach Stevens, that's his second shot. He's over there behind some trees. But actually, turns out to where it's not that bad of a shot after all.
All right, boys, we're throwing the putter again. We might make it. We might just get it close. We might miss by a lot. Let's see what happens. Now we're down there close. We got probably about a 5-foot putt left. Should be an easy make for a bogey. All right, guys, so a little bit of golf etiquette, disc golf etiquette. Even though I'm through the last one, I'm still further away from the basket than Coach Harrington, so that means I'll throw first. Okay. All right, that's in for our bogey.
Here's my bogey shot, which is 1 over par. Right here, as you can tell, we got a lot of terrain. It drops down, so even though this looks like it's real short, it's still a kind of a tough little toss for to get it into the basket. Nailed it, baby!
All right, so we've moved on to number 3 here. on the signage it actually says 184, but we don't think that's very accurate, so we have U-disc app, thankfully. It says 297, which sounds a little bit more accurate. As you can see, tons of trees to try to navigate through. Okay, so that's where the challenge of the game is. Okay, I'm gonna throw my driver again. Hopefully try to navigate through there a little bit. Okay. Oh, a little bit more golf etiquette. I threw first on the last hole, and since me and Mr. Harrington both had the same score on the last hole, I'll throw first again. Now, had he made it in 3 shots and I made it in 4, then he would throw first on the next hole. Okay, so that's just a little bit of etiquette. If you win the hole before, that means you tee off first.
Wow, that's all I got to say, guys. I don't know how he was able to get it through those trees, but that was a heck of a shot by Coach Stevens.
Oh.
Guys, I'm going back with my mid-range. I'm not quite as advanced as disc golfer as Coach Stevens is. I do not quite have the accuracy with my driver yet, so I'm going to go with my mid-range. And you saw, you might have heard that sound. That was my disc hitting a tree. So I have kicked it out to the left down there. So that's just one of the obstacles you got to deal with. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see this, but right down here into the mud is a deer track. So one of the good things about getting out on the disc golf course is the nature that you see, and so that's pretty cool. We ran across some deer tracks right here at OT Sloan Park, right in the city limits. All right, guys, second shot. Tree kicked it out over here. We're going to give it a shot. As you can see, there's still tons of trees left between me and the basket. Not too bad. I got a little bit closer. All right, here's Coach Stevens' second shot. And I'm going to zoom in so you guys can kind of see that basket back there. That's where he's shooting for, and this is his distance. So that was a heck of a shot by Coach Stevens.
All right, so we're throwing a putter again. We're going to throw it a little bit harder this time to try to get it on up there. There's no way I'm going to make this putt, I don't think, but I think I can get it pretty close.
Great shot.
All right, guys, we're set up here for Mr. Harrington's third shot. You can see from where he is, that's where his previous shot landed. And then you can see kind of back behind that tree is the basket, so he's going to try to curve it around there with a little hyzer throw.
Hey, not bad. I got it down there. I think I can get this putt in. I've got it close enough. I'm about 5-6 feet away. All right, guys, here's my fourth shot. I'm about, 8 feet away. Got to get in the basket. Boom! Nailed it.
Good. All right, guys, so we're about 5 feet away. There's no way I should really miss this, okay? This is my third shot, so going for par here. Nailed it. We're good to go.
All right, if you guys can look straight ahead, I'll try to zoom in for you. And you can see the pink top on that basket. That's what we're shooting for.
All right, so if you're keeping score at home, I got a bogey on the first hole, okay, so because I shot 4 and it was par 3. And I got a par on the next hole, so I'm sitting at +1. Okay, Mr. Harrington bogeyed the first hole and then bogeyed the second hole, so he's sitting at +2. Because I won the last hole, I'm going to tee off first again. All right, we're going to try a little backhand. We're going to throw the driver again. We're going to try to get it to kind of sail just a little bit left.
Oh.
A little bit of a late release. Happens. People make mistakes. Nailed that tree there. It's not the best tee shot. Mr. Harrington might take advantage of that.
All right, guys. Here goes my shot. See if I can make up some ground on Mr. Stevens. Here we go.
Ooh. Oh!
Oh, man. So close. I was like that close to getting around that tree, and I would have had a beautiful throw. But instead, that's disc golf. I'm in trouble again.
All right, so we're here in the woods a little bit. Got a few trees left to curve it around. I'm going to throw a little forehand with my mid-range to try to go, if I can try to shape my shot a little bit around the trees. Okay. Before you throw, make sure there's nothing kind of around your feet, nothing loose. So you don't want to, have your foot slip and then you end up falling on your face. Okay, so make sure your area is clear before you throw. Dang. Caught the tiniest branch. That throw would have been good, but I caught the small branch, and even a small branch can make your throw go somewhere you didn't want it to.
Guys, taking my mid-range again. Got a pretty straight shot here, as you can tell. I don't really have too many trees in my way, but you never know, because this is a beginner sport for me as well, and so just a slight difference in your release point can make a lot of difference in how your disc leaves your hand. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Hey, not bad. I put it on up there. I may have a chance for one of my few pars I've ever had in my life.
Let's go!
Yep, good to go.
All right, boys. So got about probably 40 to 50 feet left. All right. Gonna try to keep it as straight as possible. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to make it, but hopefully, worst case scenario, I at least get it close. Oh, missed it a little bit. Still got about 10 to 15 feet left to work.
Got my putter here. You can see I've got actually an opportunity at a par, but it looks like I'm real close. It's still a tough shot, so we'll see how it goes. Here's a behind the shot view that you guys can see. Oh man, I went for it, snibbed off the right side. All right, guys, here's my par shot. This will be kind of a good view for you guys to see. Yes!
Still got about, I don't know, probably 10 feet or more left. A little bit different from the last hole. The last hole, or maybe it was one before that, I can't remember. We were throwing uphill a little bit. Okay, this one I'm trying to throw down a little bit. That's a bogey. All right, we're here at number 5. It looks like there's a new tee box here. There's one back here that makes it a little bit more difficult. That's kind of like the professional tee box. Okay, you'll see that at some courses. Some courses have it on every single hole. They have a professional, amateur, and then a women's tee box. Okay. Here it looks like they just have 2, so we're going to tee off from this one here. Looks like about 180 feet, so I'm not going to throw a driver or a mid-range. Actually, I'm changing my mind, and I'm going to throw a putter from here. Actually. If you heard that, that's an unfortunate sound in disc golf when it catches a lot of trees like that.
I'm going to take my mid-range here, see what I can do down through this opening here. Oh, get through there. Got a kick. At least it was back into the fairway. Could have been worse. All right, here's my second shot. Going with a putter. Got a pretty open alley to the basket. Get in there! Oh, baby! That was so close. That's what brings me to the sport of disc golf. Almost had an incredible shot.
In the woods, because my drive wasn't the best. As you can see, I got a ton of limbs around me. That's going to throw off my shot, so I can't really go with a backhand or a forehand here because I got to get it up and over this stuff. So I'm going to have to actually go with a little tomahawk. Okay. It's still not quite that far away, so I'm not using full power here. Trying to throw it as hard as I can. I'm just trying to put a little bit of touch on it and try to get it close.
Nice shot. Mr. Stevens, I don't even think could see it because of the tree, but took a great roll, got him close to the basket. All right, guys. I hate I didn't get that last shot in, but I got a chance for par. It's a tough par putt, but we'll give it a try and see what we got. Didn't quite get enough on it, but I got it close. Going to get me another 4, so that puts me bogey. All right, guys, when you toss a disc and it gets this close like mine just did, this is considered parked, and you can just toss it right into the basket.
All right, boys, we're left for a shot at par here, about 10 feet out. And that's our second par on the day. So I parred 2 and I bogeyed 2, so I'm sitting at +2 for the day. Mr. Harrington bogeyed all 4, so he's sitting at +4. That's all we got time for today, so I am the winner. Okay, but get out here. You know, it's a beautiful park. You get out here in nature. You know, spend some time with some family. Introduce them to a new sport. Okay, we hope to see you guys out here. A lot of fun.